You can run, but you can't hide from a grudge girl. This time she appears in an abandoned home in Pakistan. Published in June of 2021, this explorer is taking video of a concrete staircase that leads up to darkness. Behind it, darkness. All around it, darkness. He moves to the side of the stairwell, and that's when she appears.
Yeah, you see her?
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ah!
And she went straight into the
Seemingly
ceiling.
floating, the girl in a white dress with dark hair hanging before her face hovers there in the darkness beyond. The cameraman cries out, and in seconds, a creepy grudge girl does something we've never seen her do before. She floats upward and then vanishes altogether. Even creepier, she appears to disappear directly into the ceiling above her. Does Grudge Girl have a new magic trick? Don't be deceived. This is not magic, it's the real deal.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ah!
The Thai urban explorer searches out the truth of myths and legends. In the scary video, he enters a Thai jungle in search of a mysterious creature that's said to be stalking livestock. Villagers claim the creepy creature is born from the depths below itself. Upon entering the dark jungle, the explorer starts to hear frightening noises, growls and moans.
Ain't nothing telling what's in that damn jungle, man. You all up in the jungle. Pretty sure you got some everything that's gonna growl.
Go. Aku berani.
And as it continues, he peers through the surrounding branches and brambles to find the source. The noises grow louder, and the explorer approaches the creature we believed was myth, only to find out the monster very much isn't.
Let's get close to him, man.
You can see its long talons first, while the rest of him remains camouflaged. But a few steps closer, and the creature springs. It is out to take a life.
Whoa!
As the obscure figure with long hair and a dark sullen face pounces, our intrepid explorer screams and retreats backward, and yet he continues trying to capture better footage of the creature as it creeps amongst the trees.
Mana kamu?
You gain a few more glimpses here and there, but nothing like the window into his soul that was caught during their encounter. Is your heart racing? Let out a scream. No one here will judge you.
Y'all seen that junk? I don't know what that is.
A little boy peers into an enormous underground aquarium. He seems to see something beyond the glass that we can't. As he points at the glass, his dad turns to the descriptive plaque to see what this aquarium is supposed to hold. He notes it doesn't say, but as he's turned away, an ear-piercing scream is heard.
Y'all see that?
Where?
He see it. Everybody else now see screaming. Now that's a merman. Now that's how a merman
he captures his son connecting with a
horrifying
Aquaman-type creature beyond the glass with an enormous webbed hand and an elongated extraterrestrial-looking cranium. The grayish creature's eyes glow as it blinks at its audience and towards the camera.
Get away from the window.
Is he friend or foe? Do you really want to know? Creepy girls looking straight out of the 2004 film The Grudge still freak you out in 2021? Then warning, you're about to freak the freak out. Published by Memorora, Supernatural Inc. in July of 2021. This scary video is all kinds of jump scare. While poring over an abandoned house, this urban explorer has the creepy encounter of a lifetime. At the end of the hallway, dressed in white with long black hair draped before her face, this haunting figure stands holding a blue rag. In front of her, a large piece of furniture moves on its own.
And then the couch moved right in front of us. And some fire. What the hell?
Later, as the explorer panics, he is turning into a room, hyperventilating, when a window shutter bangs closed and open again.
Did that fire go out? It's still going.
He shines his flashlight into the outer darkness, but nothing appears to be there. He encounters the Grudge Girl a second time,
You better
her
watch
arms
out, she gonna
dangling
burn you
stiffly
up.
and awkwardly while
the
holding
hell?
that same blue cloth. She throws it towards him as she slams the door shut.
Hey, you better watch out. That blue coat gonna get to you.
Cara do céu!
Then you better watch out, buddy.
Cara, olha isso!
That lady out there to get you. And then you gonna pick it up? I don't want it.
Again, as he's filming video in the same room where he first saw her, the big chair moves around on its own.
Cara do céu, olha isso! Olha isso! Olha isso, pessoal! Cara, vocês têm noção disso? Cara do céu!
Sliding backwards against the wall as he turns to leave, he captures the creepy Grudge Girl one last time in his purview.
No moss, no more, baby. No time to go.
She is standing uncomfortably near, her hair hanging
Ghost
before
runners.
her face.
Ghost hunters.
Third time is
Zero.
definitely not the charm when it
Ghosts.
comes to apparitions, so the
Bodies.
explorer takes this as his cue to take a hike. I wouldn't go back there anytime soon. There are plenty of ghosts out trick-or-treating on Halloween night, but some of them aren't wearing sheets. Originally posted on TikTok, this clip shows a woman adjusting Halloween decorations, only to be met with a real-life haunting. Skulls are placed on gate posts surrounding a property, and the woman is captured on camera turning one of the creepy skulls, which is twisted
Yeah,
in the
them
opposite
skulls, I don't know, gotta be
direction.
Halloween,
After
but-
readjusting it to face the pathway like all the
There's a
other
lot of skulls
skulls,
that be
she
had,
walks
man.
away, but the
Oh, yeah,
skull
you
isn't
do your
interested
thing.
in staying put.
Man, you spread 'em out
Moments
just in
after
one
she
spot.
leaves, it turns with a wide grin
Uh-oh.
to the camera.
I see
Say
you.
cheese. Better yet,
Y'all see
trick
that?
or treat. Normal journey now brings us to India, home of RKR history. On April 21st, 2021, the group released a video of what is allegedly the most haunted home in their village. After some details behind the building's history, the investigation begins. The lead goes through a door into another room but then stops and listens for a moment. At first it almost sounds as if a woman is crying. After some time without activity, an object on the side of the screen suddenly shifts and falls.
बाकी यहाँ पर है ना दम जरूर
Neither man was moving at the time, nor were they near it, meaning they couldn't have knocked it over accidentally. Furthermore, the object had remained perfectly balanced before then, and appears to have been pushed. While inspecting the fallen object, a large board suddenly falls from their right, falling hard to the ground.
That thing trying to bust you in your
Again, the
head.
camera operator wasn't moving, and only did so after the board was already falling. And strange things continue to happen when a bucket mysteriously drops from behind. This time it appears to actually hit the cameraman, as he visibly shudders as it falls. Soon after, a small
So
stool
that thing
appears
trying
to
to
be
hurt you,
thrown
you
at the
better get up out of
man,
there.
despite neither of them moving or possibly causing it to fall.
This thing is trying to hurt you.
बात कर सकते हो
It ain't playing with you. Get
By
up
now, it
outta
seems
here.
whatever haunts the home doesn't like guests. As the men walk back towards the door, an audible sliding sound or possibly a hiss can be heard behind them. They are unable to see what made the sound and are both clearly startled. Nobody else is seen in the building, and both men are too far away to
y'all
have done
doing
it.
everything.
The men stand
Y'all too
silently in the
nosy.
storage room when a large metallic thing is knocked or slid off balance on the rack it is hanging from.
वापस हिल रहा
Moments later, it is knocked again, appearing to be pushed with some force.
अशोक भाई ईएमओमीटर से एक बार बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं
Trying to throw that thing at y'all. That's what it's trying to do. Trying to get
Officially
y'all up out of there.
frightened, they decide to end the investigation. Something does seem to be resting within the home long after its demise, but what or who is it, and why did it come off so aggressive? Michael is exploring the house, which has been torn apart and graffitied. He and Abby decide to take a look in the attic, but it feels like something heavy is lying on the attic door. As Michael scans the cracks of the door's outline, something appears to move.
Could be somebody. Oh man, somebody's standing on it. Cause I sure can't lift it up. Wonder which way it lifts up. Lifts up this way.
Is someone up there? They later capture a strange EVP that they don't seem to hear at the moment. It sounds like a deep, low growl.
Somebody's been in here since I've been in here. Pringles can.
Somebody probably squatting in there.
But yeah, this was the box we found the stuff in.
Y'all found somebody squatting in there.
Well, upstairs, Michael got the strong feeling that something was watching them from the attic. He pulled out his 16-megapixel camera to take pictures with the flash off. When he looked at the pictures at home later, he was shocked at what he saw in the attic's opening. What appears to be a ghostly child's face was captured peering out at them. Michael should have trusted his gut. It seems they weren't alone after all. Could you handle living with a poltergeist who makes this much clatter? That's what YouTuber Really Haunted and his family does on a daily basis. Published in June of 2021, the scary video shows the first paranormal activity of the year starting on January 5th. The first bit of activity occurs when what appears to be a hamper is pulled suddenly to the floor. The aggression of the way it's pulled is truly disturbing. The next bit occurs in the cinema room. The footstool of a reclining couch kicks out with no one sitting in it.
Yeah, the ghosts want to relax too, man. Hey,
the last bit is the scariest of them all. A book on the windowsill in the living room is thrown across the room with great force.
I guess he said that's not a good book. He don't like that book at all.
One YouTuber, Christine Teal, points out that in slowing down the clip, two glowing eyes appear in the window for a moment just as the book is flying across the room. This finding makes the powerful poltergeist activity in this home even more frightening. Would you be able to live here? Probably not. It has a reputation. Known as the Bin, the abandoned asylum's actual name is Essex County Hospital of Cedar Grove. Over 10,000 patients are believed to have lost their lives here over the course of their stay, with 150 simply vanishing into thin air during its overcrowding in the 1940s, which may be why this spirit never left. In January of 2011, a videographer who released a photography book called Antiquity Echoes, a photograph tour of abandoned America, posted her findings on YouTube under a channel of the same name. Shot in black and white, the creepy clip captures a quiet hallway inside the asylum at night. Off to the side, you can see an empty stretcher that likely once hauled some of the asylum's patients. But what's even more disturbing is what you can see on the far wall. A mysterious light casts against the wall at the end of the hallway. As the videographer scans towards the stretcher, watching the light, a shadow figure is seen moving. It quickly walks past from left to right and then again from right to left before disappearing from sight. Antiquity Echoes says this was taken with an infrared camcorder in the asylum's basement. She was alone in the hospital at the time. Or was she? Can this shadow be explained?